So, good morning, students. Today we have to conduct the unit number 4. And what is the name of the unit 4? Braking system. Let's we discuss unit number 4, how it is work, the braking system of automobile engineering. So, look at here now. So, we know why the braking system is required in our automobiles. So, let's we discuss here in our next slide. If you observe in the diagram, this is our braking system. Okay. So, what is the braking system? Braking system is necessary in an automobiles for stopping the vehicles. Okay. So, brakes are applied on a wheel to stop or to slow down the vehicles. This is the main function of the braking systems. Apart from that, what are the another function of the vehicle braking system? So, what are? There are two main function of the brakes. Okay. So, what are these two main functions? You see guys here, what are the two main functions is required? What is the first function? First is to slow down or to stop the vehicles in the shortest possible time at the time of need. This is our first function. Second is what is? To control the speed of vehicle at turns. Whenever you take the turns, suppose in curvature road like that, at that time we have to need to apply the brakes, and also at the time of driving down on a hill slope. So in such a places we have to need to use of this what is a braking systems. Now another way, what is the another function? To hold the vehicle in stationary positions. If you observe in diagram here, to hold the vehicles in a stationary positions, that time also we have to need the braking system guys. Here you observe in the last point, stationary position without the presence of operators. So these are the three functions of the braking systems. So what are the requirements of a good braking systems? Which is the good brakes? So requirements of a good braking system are as follows. You observe here. First point is what is? The brake should be stop the vehicle with a reasonable distance. Is from a reasonable, it will be move from this point. So such a reasonable distance the vehicle should be stopped. The retardation shall be smooth and free from jerk or shudders. Means whenever we apply the brake, the braking system on your vehicle, it should be smoothly, your vehicle will be stopped and free from the jerk. This is the first function. This requirements related to the good braking system. Second, the braking system should be very reliable to promote the highest degree of safety on roads. Yes, whenever we apply the brakes on the vehicles that fulfill the demand of what is the safety of the road will be theirs. Okay. Third is the braking system should not be affected by water, heat, road, dirt or dust. Okay, so these are the three parameters which will not affect our braking system of the vehicles. Now another fourth is pedal efforts applied by the driver should not be more as not to strain the drivers. This is the fourth function guys. Now another fifth number is what is? The brake should be work equally good in all the weathers. Means whatever the weathers, winter, summer, rainy seasons, every time the braking systems work properly. Sixth number, the wear and tear of the material of the brake lining should be minimum for its longer life. 7 number, due to the rubbing action of the brake shoes along with the lining against the drum, large amount of heat is generated due to the frictions. Okay, so the brake design system should be capable of dissipating the heat very quickly. If whenever continuously apply the brakes, we know that there is larger heat generated inside the drum of the brake system. So this heat will be transferred from system to surrounding very fast. Another is all the components and level of the braking system should be strong enough to take the mechanical strains which are encountered during the braking actuations. Okay. And ninth number, no braking system can work at its best through the worn out or incorrectly inflated tires. Good tires, therefore, are prime essential for efficient brakings. So these are the 9 number points required for a good braking systems. Now another points is what are the classification of the brakes. So on the basis of method of actuations, the brakes are classified as what is foot brake and another is a hand brake, also called as a service brake, operated by a foot pedal, that is called as the foot brake. Hand brake means it is called as the parking brakes, operated by a hand, that is called as the hand brake. So on the base of mode of operations, what are the types? One is the mechanical brakes, second is hydraulic brake, third is power brakes, okay, air brakes, vacuum brakes and electric brakes. So these are the number of the classification of the braking systems. On the basis of action on a front on the rear wheels, so this is the front wheel brakes, second is what is rear wheel brakes. So on the basis of method of application of a braking contact, one is internally expanding brake, second is externally contracting brakes. So this is the third classifications. So look at here the diagram of the mechanical brakes. So this is the diagram of the mechanical brakes. These are the braking lines. This is the retracting spring. This is the rim of the drum. This is the brake shoe. This is the cam. This is the shoe also theirs. This is the fulcrum points. Okay. So operated by mechanical by means of lever, linkage, etc. Employed in a olden days. It's not used in nowadays. Okay. So it is internally expanding. Shoe brakes are most commonly used in automobiles. This is the diagram of internally expanding mechanical brakes. Second is what is hand brake or parking brakes or emergency brakes. So we know this is the hand brakes which is used in our automobiles during the time of braking systems. It is placed just near side of the our gears. So parking brakes or emergency brakes are essential in mechanical brakes operated by a hand. These are used to prevent the motion of the vehicles when parked at a place or when the park on the slope. So such areas we have to use this hand brake guys. In a cars, these brakes are generally attached to rear wheels. Brakes attached. This is our rear wheel of the guys. Okay. So in this type, a cable connected to the hand lever to the brake. This is our primary cables. This is our pivot joints. This is the chain and ratchet mechanism. This is the hand brake. This is the brake compressor. These are the secondary cables which is attached to the. This is our rear wheel of the automobiles. So brakes are applied by pulling the levers. We have to just move this lever and release by pushing a button provided on the levers and pressing the lever down. By the motion of the pressing, just we have to move the lever up or down positions. This is the diagram of the disc brake guys. We know all the type of the braking system now we have to use in disc brakes. So disc brakes means modern motor cars fitted with the disc brakes instead of conventional drum type of the brakes. So in Santro car, Maruti 800, front wheels are provided with the disc brakes, whereas rear wheel are provided with the drum brakes. So what are the components of the disc brakes? This is the capeller, this is the piston, these are the brake pads, this is the rotors, this is the hub, and this is the where the wheel is attached here. So we know the operation of how the disc brakes will be operated. So what is the advantages of the disc brakes over drum brakes? It is lighter than drum brakes, better cooling, uniform pressure distributions, brake pads are easily replaceable, these brakes are easily adjusting by the design. So these are the various advantages of the disc brakes over the drum brakes. What are the disadvantages? Costlier than drum brakes. For stopping the vehicle, higher pressure is required. No servo action in these brakes. It is difficult to install and adequate parking in attachments. So these are the various disadvantages of the disc brakes. Now another braking systems we have the guys, what is hydraulic. There is a use of the liquid will be there. So brake which are actuated by a hydraulic pressures, this pressure of the fluid called hydraulic brakes. These are operated by the which scientist, by the Pascal's law will be applied here in a braking systems for hydraulic. So hydraulic brakes are commonly used in automobiles. So what is the principles? So hydraulic brakes works on the principle of Pascal's law, which state that the pressure at any point in a fluid is equally in all direction in a press. Okay, so this is the principle which is used to design or to fabricate our hydraulic brakes. So according to this law, whenever pressure is applied on a fluid, it travels equally in all directions. Okay, suppose if you apply the pressure here, so it is travel equally in all directions in a fluid, guys. Okay, this is the Pascal's law. So the uniform braking action is applied on all the four wheels. So what is the construction working of the hydraulic brakes you look at here, guys? So these are the front wheels. This is the our design. There is a piston and there is cylinder will be there. This is our master cylinders. This is the brake pedals. Inside the pipe there is a brake fluid will be there. This is our rear wheel. Okay, rear wheels. There is a retention spring, braking line, brake shoe, wheel cylinders. So whenever applied the brake pedals, so all the pressure from this master cylinder will be transferred equally to all this fluid which is present inside the these pipelines. Okay, so whenever apply the pressure, this the pressure is equal to what is force upon area. So force is acting on this uh, this by this braking system on the wheels, and the wheel will be stopped. Okay, so the equally pressure transported through these fluids, this sides and this sides, and our braking system will be applied. Vehicle should be stopped, guys. So what are the two main types of a hydraulic brake system? One is the master cylinder, another is the wheel cylinders. This is our wheel cylinder, this is our master. So what is the function of the master cylinder? It serves the following objects. It builds up the hydraulic pressure to operate the brakes. It maintains a constant volume of fluid in the system owing to its reservoir. It serves as a pump to blade or force air out of the hydraulic system. Two types of the master cylinder. One is the single master cylinder. Second is what is tandem master cylinders. Okay, so in next lecture we will be discuss this what is single master cylinders. So I will be stop here. Thank you very much.